Well, YouTube, welcome back to the Blades to Be shop. We are outside today. It is machine delivery day. So actually the truck called me a little bit ago and they were 4 hours ahead of schedule. So ABF delivered on time, delivered well. Didn't even have time to hardly get ready. So machine just got delivered. Truck got here, so we've got a Tormach 1100MX just got dropped off. 3 pallets full of stuff, one for the machine, one for the base and the tool tray, enclosure, and then one with some accessories on it. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time unpacking those, going through all the pieces and parts. So thanks for tuning in. For those of you coming back to the channel, hey, appreciate you subscribing and watching all these videos. If you're new to the channel, wanna see more on machining, welding, everything else going on here in the shop, hit that subscribe button. But let's go ahead and jump into watching the delivery of this 1100MX, and then we'll go through some of the boxes and accessories. Good morning. Doing all right, how are you? All right, here we go. So you got a full load in there?
No, I'm pretty much done.
Ah, that's good.
I did have one.
Well, you're early, so hey, that's awesome.
Pretty much yours.
What's that?
It's pretty much all yours.
All right.
Where you gonna put it at?
Just in that first bay there.
First bay? All right.
Man, I'm glad you have the confidence in that. I'm like, oh, it's coming off. Jeez.
I can move around after, so yeah, that one we can probably just... Okay. Let me push.
This crate looks all right. This one's got a little bit of, didn't like to be stacked there, but so. Well, that's what an 1100 MX looks like on arrival. So we've got a full crate for the machine, bottom crate there for the stand. We've got chip trays up on top. I'm guessing that one in the middle is the enclosure. Yes, that's the enclosure kit in the middle. Stand on the bottom. And then another pallet with some accessories and extras here. All right, let's do some quick inventory. And let's see what we got here. Pull out a packing slip. Okay, this is the California air compressor. Looks all complete in there. So that's the air compressor unit, and I'm hoping that that's going to fit right alongside the machine up against the wall. It's supposed to be 20 inches, should have enough room for that to fit in there. So that is good. Just leave that in the box. Couple gallons of oil. So we've got some coolant oil and some whey oil there. And we've got a whole bunch of items in here. So let's see what we got. All right, we've got our flood coolant kit. Okay, flood coolant kit, hoses, some fittings, and there's our pump there. So that all looks good. Get a machine owner's kit. Some cables, some cords. A nice printed copy of the 270-page owner's manual. We got 5 extra BT30 ER20 collet holders. So we got all 5 more of those. Look good. I got some extra parts for the coolant kit. Should give lots of options for running coolant in there on that flood coolant. All right, here is the Tormach refractometer for setting up our coolant. So once we get our coolant, we'll make sure we get that balanced out properly. Get the chance to use that. Waterproof mouse and a set of pliers that go with that coolant hose. There's the waterproof keyboard to go with that waterproof mouse that we pulled out. Alright, this is the oil skimmer kit. Try and keep some of that coolant nice and clean in there. Piece there, some instructions. And there's the actual unit. We'll see how that goes with installing. It looks pretty straightforward though. Sure we'll figure that out. Here's the automatic oiler kit. I wasn't even expecting this. This was supposed to be on back order. Considerably larger than the manual oiler. Yeah, that looks pretty impressive. This was supposed to not make it here until August. It's going to keep me from getting the machine running. And Tormach actually sent me a manual oiler to make sure that I'd be able to get going. So very nice of Tormach to do that. And then here the automatic oiler actually shipped way earlier than what we thought. So that's awesome. Another tool holder and a pull stud and the Heimer 3D. So I picked one of these up for my manual mill, but this one I'll be able to mount in a BT30 holder. So that's nice. I thought it was already mounted in the holder with reading the description. So it's not actually mounted in a holder. They just send you another holder to go with it, and they send you a pull stud and everything to get set up with that. So we'll get that put together and have edge finder and everything. And our last piece. Wow, comes in its own wooden crate for this lifting bar. I think these look like the shorter staples on this side. Let's go get something to open that up. And there is our lifting kit setup. They give you the T-slots and everything that you need, the T-nuts and everything that you need to lock that in place on the table. It's a pretty impressive setup there and what they give you. I think I'm just going to transition all this to the cardboard box. Yep, good instructions on how to use that and where to put it. And there's the actual plate for lifting it. So, nicely packaged up there. Make sure that gets to you all safely and in one piece. Very well done there. Alright, well that's it for that box. So a couple things real quick. Here is that automatic oiler that they sent, and compare that to the manual oiler that could come on that machine. So that automatic oiler, pretty impressive unit. I think that will work pretty well. Definitely looks, it's a lot bigger in person than what it looks like in the pictures. So nice looking piece of kit right there. And we're going to go ahead and pull that compressor out of the box, see what that looks like up against the wall. That's where I'm hoping that compressor is going to fit right there, tucked into that cutout on that side of the machine. Let's take a look. It's only 16.5 inches. Tormach doesn't really give a dimension of how much room you have on this side underneath that cutout, but in the pictures it looks like it's about 18 inches or so. So I'm hoping that that's going to fit right there. Plenty of room above the plug. I'm pretty confident I've got the room above it. It's just, do I have that 18 inches coming out the side? So we'll find out soon enough when it gets here. Or I guess when it's here. We'll find out soon enough when I get it set in place. And we'll see if that's going to work. But that's the plan, is to have that sit right there, tucked out of the way, run the drawbar and run everything from right there. Okay, so I really wanted to solve the mystery of, is that compressor going to fit in there or not? And I called Tormach and got a hold of their tech department. Every time I call this company, I am more and more impressed with what they have to offer. So the lady that I spoke with from the tech department, she said that I could either open up the full drawings that they have available in my own CAM software, or she would be able to have somebody else open those up and find the dimension for me. And of course, if you're going to have a CNC CNC machine, you should have some type of CAD CAM software, so I'm using Fusion 360. She directed me onto the support page where they have the full drawings available. I downloaded the zip file, pulled those drawings into Fusion 360, and I was able to put a point on here and do inspection and be able to get the exact dimension that I wanted. So from the drawings that they offer, the dimension is 20.6, so I did a pretty decent estimate based on what I saw in their videos, just guessing. I thought I had at least 18 inches. I've got 20.5. I plan to leave 2 inches of clearance between the edge of this machine and the wall, so that's going to give me 22.5 inches. That compressor is only 17 inches and gonna fit. So it should fit nicely right here in this space, and there should even be room for that automatic oiler is going to sit right about here. But this is also 40 inches deep, so I believe that my compressor is going to have room by the automatic oiler, but it should be back far enough and the automatic oiler is towards the front that there should be no interference whatsoever. Pretty happy with how that's going to work out. Going to be able to get that compressor in there exactly where I wanted. And while I was in Fusion and had the software open, I verified this dimension right here, and it is about 4 inches above the top of my outlet to the top of the machine. So I'm going to have plenty of clearance in there. Definitely got that outlet mounted on the wall and in the right place. I have another outlet up here where I've got that compressor plugged in, and even though I'm going to have 2 inches, that would not really leave me enough room to unplug something from that outlet. So I've got a power strip that has the 90-degree type plug. I'm going to go ahead and plug in that power strip up here, run that down, and I'm going to mount the power strip on the wall right near my other outlet, and that way I will have some additional 120 outlets available if needed around the machine. Again, most things I'm going to plug into the accessories and into the electrical box on the machine itself, but in the case of the compressor, maybe something else, I'll be able to have power right there. So far it is looking like this install is going to go well. Let's go back and check out the rest of the equipment that came. All right, well, we're going to head out there and we will go unbox or uncrate a couple of these other items, take a look at how they made it through shipping and see what they look like. I know I have one more package coming from UPS today with a couple of the back order items, and we'll hit the list sometime before I shut the video down. And I know there's a couple other items I'm missing. The automatic tool changer, I don't believe that's what's coming today, so that's still missing. And the path pilot controller, so that's the other obviously pretty critical important item that I need in order to get it set up. So the path pilot controller, the automatic tool changer, and I think just the tooling kit. So the other BT30 tool holders, the dial to set up the depth on those, and a couple items that come in that BT30 tooling kit. So those are the 3 main items I know for sure on back order, but we'll run through the list before we shut this down. But let's go take a look at what's in the big crates. All right, we're back with the last 2 boxes of the day. I really thought I was going to be able to get out there and open up those crates, but it's going to be at least a week, maybe a week and a half before I can start putting this machine in place. And I got looking around out there with my son, and the only way to really move things around is to open it up. I'd need a place to set all the pieces, and I think I'm just running the risk of losing something or doing it. So going to have to wait, and that's going to have to be a surprise on the next video when we're actually putting pieces in place. That's when we're going to have to open up those big crates. So not going to be able to see inside those. Have to hit that subscribe button and tune in next time to see the actual machine and as we start moving it and setting it up. But we've got these last 2 pieces to open up today, and truly a surprise for me as well. It's kind of funny. Tormach, these were some of the back-ordered items that didn't ship with the machine. They ended up getting here on the same day. But they send you an email, and they let you know that you have a shipment on the way. But since it's all part of the same master order, it doesn't actually tell me what's coming. So not sure what's in here. I'm guessing this is going to be some extra pull studs just by the weight. That's one of the items that was back-ordered, was like an extra half a dozen or so pull studs. So let's see what it says on the invoice here. So yes, it looks like what I've got here is the operator set in 1 carton, and 7 of these pull studs are what I'm going to find in here. Yep, we've got 3, 6, 7 of these pull studs, and all nicely individually packaged up. So we've got our pull studs, be able to put some of our tooling together, so that's great. And this one, so it looks like it's going to be our operator set. Wow, need a sharper blade on that one, don't I? So here is the operator set. So we're gonna have a whole bunch of BT30 tooling in here. So there's a nice drill chuck. We should have 2 of those. And then a bunch of ER20 tool holders. So these all have the ER20 collet on them. So all I'm missing is the actual collets. So right now, since this is the full set, we'll take a look at the rest of what's in here. Yeah, so based on this, the only thing now that I am missing from Tormach is the automatic tool changer and the actual path pilot interface and console. So those are the only 2 items that are not here yet. Definitely going to be able to work on the machine. So there's another ER20. So we'll definitely be able to work on the machine, get it pretty much assembled and put together without those 2. And like I say, they're probably going to be here in a week or so. This is, instead of the ER20 collet holder, it comes with 3 that just hold end mills with a set screw. So we'll have a few of those. Go through and put the pull studs in all of these and ready to run. So it should have 12 tool holders here all together. So there's another ER20 one. So yeah, I think there's 4 with an ER20 collet on it. 2 drill chucks. So there's another drill chuck. And then 3 that hold end mills, I believe. Let's see if I got my count right. So there's another end mill holder. Another ER20 collet holder. Oh, that's the other thing I'm missing. So I'm missing the whole set of collets. So 3 things still to come from Tormach. Collet set, tool changer, and the path pilot interface console. So 3 things left to come. Supposed to be here within the next week or so. And so far, Tormach's been ahead of schedule on delivering everything, so I don't have any reason to believe that they won't be here probably before I can even get that machine put together. There's another ER20, another end mill, looks like 3/8, so end mill holder, and another end mill holder, another 3/8. So, got a good start on some BT30 tooling. Let's see what we've got in here. Here's the first sign of any damage on any kind of a box. Looks like that got a little dented. And this is our tool setter. Wow, that is a heavy-duty chunk of steel right there. I don't know why I was expecting it to be kind of light like a regular dial indicator. But it is not. It is quite solid and heavy. And that feels pretty nice from an adjustment standpoint. Got a little bit of play on the top. So you can get it to where it's going to push down a little bit. Make sure you're going to get a good accurate reading. And be able to zero all of our tools. Now it looks like it's magnetic there. Yes, just found something metal to set it on, and it is magnetic on the base. So that holds itself nicely onto the table or onto the top of your vise. Enough room. They even put a little cutout on the back there. We'd be able to come down on the edge with the spindle to be able to push that down. Or it has a standard in here that you can use to push it down. I was thinking I might get a 1-inch ball bearing. I think if I had something round to put on here and then up against the spindle, wouldn't have to worry about having it tipped or lined up. So I think I'm going to order a 1-inch stainless steel ball, and I think I'll use that to bring the spindle down and set this where I want to set it. And I think that'll give me a good repeatable accurate reading. But yeah, that's a nice solid feeling piece of equipment there. I know they make a automatic tool setter as well. That is a pricey option. I thought I would start with this one first and see how I liked it before going with that automatic tool setter. And yeah, so far I think that feels pretty good. Box got a little pushed in on the front. Clearly still works. So these are all of the pull studs that come with this kit. So the extra pull studs, the extra 7 that I ordered 5 extra tool holders, and also wasn't sure if one of those was going to come with the Heimer tool holder. So got a couple extra pull studs kicking around with that. So there's all the pull studs that come with the set. All right, here's what we need in order to get everything torqued together. So here's a fixture. We'll find a good place to bolt that down and be able to use that to tighten these in place, especially with that ER20 collet. I've got a torque wrench to be able to use to tighten all those ER20 collets on there, so that gives you a way to hold that. Now, when I need to tighten the pull studs on there, okay, yeah, that gives me a way to hold that, and I'll be able to use the torque wrench and tighten the pull studs on there as well. So I've got a way to hold it. You can either hold it on its side or you can hold it right upside down. Just find a good place to bolt this in place, and again, nice, good, solid feeling fixture right there, just for helping torque all your tooling together. And underneath that, we've got a rack. A little bigger than what it looks like in the picture. Nice, got little plastic inserts on there, so it keeps your tapers protected. And we can hold 10 tools in here, 12 tools in here, and 10 tools in the automatic tool changer. Right now, that's about all I've got, so that should be able to hold everything that I need. We can find a good place to mount that as well. So this is the wrench that it comes with for tightening your ER20 collets. You want to go to 50 to 55 foot-pounds on those, I believe, and a little tough to get to that with this wrench. Also, you wouldn't know what you were torquing them to. Want to get some consistency out of that. Saw another YouTube video and ordered a nice torque wrench from Mari Tool that has two different inserts. So I'm going to be able to use that same torque wrench to torque on the pull studs and also torque the ER20 collet. So we've got a torque wrench that we'll use instead of that. And here's the socket that it comes with for pull studs. So could put that on a torque wrench with just a 3/8 drive as well. But again, the other torque wrench that I have, it actually puts an insert in the end. So we'll use a little bit different head for doing those. And here are some collets that it comes with. So with this kit, you do end up with a set of commonly used collets. So we've got a few here to get it going. 2 1/2-inch, 2 3/8, 2 1/4-inch, and 2 1/8. So they give you some collets to get started, and I ordered a full set of collets to have a little more range, but again, at least now I've got some to get going. And the last thing in here, the tool to keep the spindle in the mill clean, give you a chance to get in there and wipe that down, keep the taper set for where you're popping these tools in and out all the time. So that's what's in that operator's kit for the tooling. Pretty happy with that. Well, YouTube, thanks for joining me here in the Blades to Be shop for New Machine Delivery Day. Hope you enjoyed watching delivery of this Tormach 1100MX CNC mill. And if you have one coming to your house, or if you're interested, now you'll have an idea of exactly what's going to come on the truck on the day that it shows up. So I had 3 full pallets, machine in one, the stand, enclosure, and chip pans in the other one, and I had a 3rd crate with some accessories and everything that I ordered. So depending on what accessories you have coming with yours, more than likely you're going to get some kind of a 3rd pallet coming along with that. I really enjoyed opening those up. I know we didn't make it over to the big crates today, but hey, all the more reason to hit that subscribe button and make sure you know when the next video comes out. For those of you who have subscribed to the channel, I sure appreciate all the subscriptions. We're almost hitting that magic number of 1,000, so I sure appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, now would be a great time. Hit that subscribe button, and again, you'll know exactly when we get to the next video. And we will be opening up those crates, unboxing the rest of the big pieces, and starting to assemble that machine and put it right here. So far, we got to unbox a lot of accessories today. Really impressed with the quality I'm seeing with all the tooling and all the other pieces that we unpacked today. Also, super impressed with the quality of that air compressor. Gonna pause here, do a quick demo of that, and just show you just exactly how quiet that is. But, all right, we didn't get into all those other crates out there, but I just had to show you this. You know, I got this compressor, said it was ultra quiet. Figured that would be great for when this machine is running all the time, but even I didn't expect how ultra quiet it was really going to be. So that is what that machine sounds like when it's turned on. I'm talking over it. I'm sure you can still hear me. It's not clipping out the audio. And if I compare that to, I'm going to go turn on my regular air compressor and you'll see what that one sounds like over top of it. I think you can see that's just a little bit louder. So clearly a little bit louder than this one. Very happy that I got that one with it. I think that's going to be a lot nicer to have running in the shop when this machine is going. Overall, really impressed with the quality from Tormach. I've got 3 pieces yet to come: the tool changer, the actual path pilot controller, and just a set of collets that need to come in still. So far they have under-promised and over-delivered on everything. Everything has made it here early so far. No reason to believe that those other 3 parts won't make it in early, and more than likely they're going to be here and ready before I even get this machine assembled and put together. So looking forward to that. Make sure you tune in for those future videos to see that. Impressed with ABF freight. The machine shipped on Friday at the end of last week. It's Thursday today and it already got here. No problems with the delivery, everything else. So again, so far super impressed with this whole process and really looking forward to putting this machine together. I know that Tormach has several videos out there and there's a pretty good video on the overall installation of this machine, but it doesn't get into the detail of assembling the whole chip tray. There is a video out there on the automatic tool changer installation, but I haven't seen one that shows running all the air lines and actually putting on the automatic oiler, some of those other pieces. So I'll make sure we get into all those details in the future videos of putting this whole machine together and putting it into operation. So until we get that next video out, I hope you're out in your own shop working on some projects of your own, making some chips of your own. Maybe you're even unboxing some new parts that came into your shop. Look forward to getting that next video out. Until then, take care.